Hey everybody, Charlie92 here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium, the final cut. When we last left off, well, we were about to talk to, well, the boss of the Debardez Union. So let's see what we can figure out with the boss,
Mr. Debard,
Evart.
a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
So I think we're gonna start putting this evidence up against them. All right? I'm told the Union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any Johnny Fat Guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
Continue.
The reaction appears to be sincere, but it's impossible to tell with this guy, honestly.
No comment.
Harry, you wound me, Harry, in the heart. But I trust you to put this to bed. Do what you must, and let's change the subject, shall we?
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
He totally is. I want to look into a shady brew. What about a cell?
Funny. That doesn't ring any bells, Harry.
Funny. She was trying to set up a narcotics operation in the old church on the coast.
Oh, that a cell. Yes, I do seem to remember sending a pretty young thing down there to liven up the place. Get some hypnotic music in there.
Did you tell her to also start the amphetamine lab? Hypnotic music? Liven up the place? Yeah, that checks out. Let's change the subject. Let's ask about the amphetamine lab.
Amphetamine lab? That sounds very immoral and debauched. Frankly, a health risk. But what do I know about kids these days? The music they listen to, the drugs they do while they listen to that music?
He shakes his head with a melancholy smile. Are you using some random kids to start an amphetamine lab?
Random kids? That there is the daughter of Miko the kebab. A man who once killed a guy with a kebab.
Miko the kebab.
I think a daughter of a man who killed a man with a kebab can handle running a little nightclub, don't you?
Miko the kebab.
Maybe it was Bogovir. Or Jakub. I think it might have been Conrad.
Anyway, I shut down the amphetamine production, but let them go on with the nightclub plan.
A nightclub? Harry, I'm an old-fashioned guy. After work, I like to listen to some rock and roll music and have a non-alcoholic lager. Nightclubs don't interest me.
A non-alcoholic lager. Story doesn't check out.
But here I am, talking about myself, when you have much more important things going on. Tell me, Harry, how can I help you?
I've just finished investigating the drug trade? I don't think I have. And I gotta look into his brew. Let's go look into his brew, find some more intel, then come back and talk to him. We are looking dapper, by the way. Is there anywhere else we can click in here? Can we go back here? We cannot. Alright, what's our journal? Journal said, yeah, we're very thin on tasks here. We need to go look at the special borscht. Let's go do that. We may be right back. It's only 3:32. 15:32 for you worldly folk. Are any military out there? All right. So we're gonna go check out the borscht, and man, to be honest, we got to figure out how to continue this investigation. We did get a tip to talk to this softly. Let's see what we can do.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Been in the world for 2 days. Been in this world for many days. Precarious world. Rhetoric of 5, and it's still a 17. Rhetoric, clothing time, go. Clothes, rhetoric. Come on. To be honest, I don't think we have any clothes that give us rhetoric. But we shall check. You would think I would have these memorized by now. And I do to a bit, but I still want to check everything. Whoop. We got a rhetoric shirt. Oh, that looks nice. +1, so we had 17%. What's this?
Before the cargo container.
28.
Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
It's a white check. We can retry it. Let's go ahead and roll the dice.
Despite the dirt that surrounds and trails you,
You serious?
a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
How do we pass that check? But we failed to get Kim to dance with me. I tell you, after this after this series is over, I'm gonna come back and play this game repeatedly. I'm gonna save scum it until I get Kim to dance. All right, hello, is anybody in there?
The door stands silent. Try again.
If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Hey, this is a little creepy, I must admit. Also, these lights over here near what appears to be a cell phone tower, these are pretty cool looking. All right, continue.
Ahoy! Come on in!
What now? Mega rich light bending guy. Okay. Let's go in. Mega rich light bending, so he's on drugs? Oh. No, he is. Okay. He's bending light. So up until this point, the only actual supernatural phenomenon was the 2-meter hole. Or was it even 2 meter, 2 centimeter hole? That was in the church for the hypnotic dance music. The nothingness. Now we have a literal person who is bending the light. Quite literally around him here. Let's hit tab. We can leave or we can talk to this black hole of a man.
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
Okay, so this has been a theme through this whole game, right? It's probably one of the central themes, if not the central message, is distribution of wealth. We've talked about fascism, we've talked about socialism, we talked about a free market society. Is it implying that this man is so rich that he's basically altered gravity around him? Or at least the fabric of this reality around him. Pretty cool effect, I must say.
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
Yeah, you're telling me. Let's squint.
Something's amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo.
Or this could be our psychosis manifesting itself as well. Continue.
Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard.
We needed a 20.
In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
Hello.
Welcome. Come in. Make yourself at home. Sorry, I'm not better able to receive you. I wasn't expecting visitors today.
Okay.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Continue.
Now, what can I do for you, good sir?
What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days.
There's a genuine surprise in his voice.
Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodore, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. But we're going to give him a real name, Harrier Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
You're a rich investor. Can I have some money? What are you doing in this container? How did you become so rich?
To be perfectly blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Grad.
Okay.
All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
Yeah, I can see that.
Actually, at the level this guy is, it takes several generations to do that. But, alright.
What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level.
Okay.
But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what.
Okay, fair enough.
Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
So is this like the god of capitalism? You're right, capital accumulation is its own reward. Don't you think that you should use your great wealth for the glory of your fatherland? You're a thief. People out there are working their asses off while you chill here. It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society? Are there any other options here? Like, I mean, capital is its own reward. I think you should use it for your nation. I don't think he's a thief. It's great you've done so well. Don't you think you owe some of the rest of the society? I would not say it, don't you think you owe it to society? I would say, don't you feel as if giving back would be... Wouldn't you feel that you're in a unique position to where you are able to give back to your community? That's kind of how I would say it. So let's click that.
Sure. And they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
We'll say thousands?
Dozens, at least.
Dozens.
Of course, in the future, it'll all be automated. But my point is this.
He says, jabbing his finger into the air a bit.
Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
Should we say it sounds great? We'll say nothing.
Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
I'm going to. There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know how to put it. You look somehow a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
Yes, the chin. No, I mean, I can't even see you as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
The Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient is a ratio designed to reflect the difference in net worth between individuals. When the coefficient is close to 1, or 100%, it means one person possesses all the net worth. Among that group of individuals, it's been observed that when the Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient reaches about 0.96 or so, the laws of physics begin to bend around the high net worth individual.
Are you telling me that you are so rich that light literally bends around your face? I mean, yeah, that's quite literally what he's saying. What is our coefficient?
The Weiss-Weismann coefficient for you and this individual appears to be 0.9998, repeating.
So maybe only I am noticing this because I am so exponentially poor and he is so exponentially rich.
That's not good for you.
Are you telling me that you are so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
I'm calm.
That's good.
Yeah. What are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think.
Is it fun and safe?
By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
In the very, very early days of colonizing this archipelago, the kingdom of Sirens, a precursor of a modern Sur-le-Clay, used to own the city of Revachol, an obscure detail in the bigger picture, but still worth dropping.
We're in Revachol, formerly a colony of the kingdom of Surinese. We're in Martinez, a district of Revachol, the former capital of the world. We're in Martinez, that's a pretty good hostel here called the Whirling in Rags. We're in Martinez, there's a cool church here. We're in Martinez, there's a creepy abandoned commercial area. Let's do the Surinese one.
Ah, a fellow history buff. I myself am currently reading up on Franco-Nigerian era trains. Very interesting stuff.
Indeed.
It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Wait, why don't you help them? You got so much money, it can't make a difference to you. So you travel from place to place via shipping container.
Smart, no? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
What, you can't resist advertising?
Luxury yachts, high fidelity portable radio systems, fail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
You mentioned pale. I need to know what that is so I can have a hypothesis on the nothing. So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle. Wait a minute. Is that nothing the antithesis of this mega rich guy? Maybe it is so much poverty that has manifested itself into nothing? Maybe. So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle. Those things all sound pretty nice. Yeah, it does sound pretty tiresome. Yeah, let's agree with them.
Don't get me wrong. They're nice things. But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
So you're saying being rich isn't worth the hassle? Good, now that we sorted that out, let me ask you something else.
Go right ahead.
Can I have some money?
Sure. Let me check my pockets.
Nothing in his pockets.
As you may know, us high net worth individuals do not have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines.
Cool.
Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Are you sure you don't have any more? I thought you were a billionaire. Thanks for your kindness. Gets me almost nothing. No, thanks for your kindness. You didn't have to give me anything.
You're welcome. You know,
His eyes narrow. The light seems to bend more aggressively.
maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
Ooh, is this a red check? I kind of want to do that, but it's a red check. So can I come back to him after I get conceptualization up more? I mean, it's already at 6. I should get back to my investigation. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you want to pitch me, I'm all ears.
Thanks, brother. All right, let's see if we can do some conceptualization. Don't know if we can. Ooh. Oh. Okay, that's a +1. I don't know if we have any more. That was a shirt, right? Tie. Alright, conceptualization, we have +2. Lounge jacket and white satin shirt. Alright, let's try it. It's a red check. We'll only be able to try it once.
Welcome back, friend. What can I do for you?
28%. And roll it.
If business planning were really your strong suit, you probably wouldn't be a cop.
You should invest in the RCM. Okay, I got this idea for a gourd game.
Go on.
It's very high concept.
I'm ready.
It's a pen and paper game where people all over the world can play with each other using radios.
Hold on. Have we met before?
Maybe. I wouldn't really know.
No. On second thought, it couldn't have been you.
So you were the Serenese guy who was investing in the game.
Your idea reminds me of a group of young men who came to me a long time ago, calling themselves Fortress Accident. The name should have been a red flag. They pitched me and a handful of other investors on an idea for a role-playing game that would, in their words, change the world.
So you're directly involved with Fortress Accident, which is directly involved with the nothingness.
Well, at first everything was rosy. The ideas were solid, but they were lacking in... How do I put it? They lacked the will to get things done. As their financial situation became more desperate, their ideas devolved from realistic to absolute insanity. We lost all of our money. High art types never deliver. They're only good for peddling Wilkins or whatever creeps they come up with.
Did you try to salvage the project? Where are they now? Did you try to salvage the project?
Sadly, when we got there, it was too late. The concept had run out of steam. Only dust remained. What I want to tell you is this. It's a very bad idea. Dead in the water. You seem like a reasonable man, but that is not a reasonable plan.
Let's try to get them to do it. Are you sure you don't want to give those little Welkins a second go?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Alright, cool. I should get back to my investigation. Thanks, Anomaly. We have a new thought bankruptcy sequence. Business loves silence, the second loudest sound in the world, eclipsed only by the collective screams of market crash victims. So let me whisper to you, do you feel the veil of the sun god slipping? Are the better days gone? Are we entering bankruptcy? Is the company going to go down and leave you in the gutter with the rest of the dredges delivering parcels for soup money? You need to crisis manage your way out of this. No, I'm good with that. Let's leave. That was certainly very unexpected. But gives us a highlight. Not a highlight, gives us insight into what's going on in the church. It's kind of like polar opposites, right? The east side over here in the Union and the harbor is all the money. And you go middle class in the middle, and to the left is well, it's poverty, isn't it? Alright, let's go down. Come on. You can go. Do I have to WSC you? Yep. Alright, is there anywhere else there? Let's go up. Check the wall over here, make sure there's nothing else. Hit the old Tabarino. Where is... Okay, we've already went over there. That's the apartment. What's this? This is where, I forget his name, the soldier.
Watchman's booth. The
Rene.
name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud.
Let's have a seat.
The chair is not as austere as the rest of the booth. A thin grey pillow is attached to the seat, secured to the stiles by black ribbons.
Search for a little something something to help you out? No, let's breathe deep.
Stale air floods through your nostrils. Not a single mote of dust floats inside your lungs, though. The inside of the booth is immaculate.
Alright, let's search for a little something something.
The drawers are empty, save for old timesheets and receipts. One small box, however, does hold some cheap painkillers. They are slightly out of date.
Read the side effects.
Oh boy, Where to start? Elevated risk of dementia, mini strokes, prophet's disease, sudden death, hair death, erectile malfunction, critical flatulence, watery blood, black mucus, uncontrollable weeping, increased sensitivity to la opera, inoperable joint disorder, total spinal collapse. Don't think about that. Quick, think about something else.
I'm a cop. I have things to do. Murders to solve. People to help. Kim's counting on me. Disco, mirror balls, kick-ass moves, boogie beat. Hope I'm not screwing Renee over by taking his painkiller. I don't want to take the painkillers. I said search. I didn't say take them. I said read the side effects. I don't want to see what the big deal is. It sounds pretty normal. I'm scared I'll never be held or loved in this world again. Yep,
Maybe
that one.
this was a bad idea.
Yeah, let's leave the painkillers. Let's get up.
You stand and
Leave. All right, let's go figure out what's up with this borscht. Let's go through the office down here. Something over there near the apartment. I'm not going to open that apartment. I'm not going to actively be a bad guy if I can avoid it. All right, through here. I feel like we have to be nearing the end. I don't feel like there's too much more we can explore here. Let's talk to Call Me Manata. Maybe he's got something.
Hola, Wandering Man.
He does not. I feel like we just have a few more loose ends to tie together, and we'll kind of have this case on lock. We just need more evidence, and we need to find the female lorry driver. I think once we find her, it's going to all kind of come together. All right, let's go through here. Let's check on the borscht. We need to talk to the cook. He's been super nice to us so far, but that's probably because he's not on the up and up. What kind of amphetamines are you putting in the borscht?
the man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Hey, Leo said you're friends with Manata. Is that true?
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
What's in that borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Continue.
I'm pretty sure he asked you a question.
Continue.
He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Mercury rising.
Borscht need more vodka?
He looks at the soup and then at you. More vodka? He picks up a bottle from the shelf.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself.
No electrochemistry. Stop it.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Okay. No vodka. Cut it. Okay, so we can add more vodka, which will, like I say, logic says it's a powder keg. That will escalate things. So if we cut it, will that de-escalate it? I kind of feel like it won't. I'll leave the cooking to you. Let's cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Point to the blue door.
He looks up at you, then shrugging is an international sign for
Okay,
no.
don't need anything else. Still don't know how to get in this door. Let's go check it out again. I'm really curious.
You see a heavy steel door, the
Touch it.
cobalt blue, old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. For it leads to a side building.
Okay, so all the same stuff it said before. Have we paid for tonight? I don't remember. I think we have, but we'll double check.
Hey, was there? You're already set for the night. Your door is.
Okay, we're good for the night. These two, let's talk to them.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Esprit de corps. See you around. Let's go talk to Evart about the borscht. Trying to think what else we could do. We don't know who the lady is. She says she let... Okay, hold on. We know there's a lady on the roof. We want to talk to her. Just trying to think if at the very beginning of the game when she says that she leaves at like 2 a.m. if that's when we need to try to get to her. But we'll figure that out next episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.